Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to summertime. It is hot in Kansas. I am hoping that you all, wherever you are not quite as toasty out here. So anyway, we not only have a hot day, we have some hot new goodies for you. So Matthew, I will go ahead and make you the presenter and let you carry away here. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3. We're waiting for you. And we got you. Go for it.
Okay. So apparently conference release where we have our big to-dos came and went, and we weren't done yet. So got a couple more really big goodies for you all. So hopefully you guys can make use of this. The first thing I'm going to show is we have a new reporting area under Reports, Demographics, Credential. So this is going to allow you to query against the credentials, be able to make reports just for credentials, do all sorts of stuff with credentials. We initially thought of this as, somebody's got like a credential that they're need to renew or something, and so maybe you want to send a mailing out, letting them know that you have something that allows them to renew. Chuck, we're hearing you start the microwave and stuff, so can you mute your line?
I'm good. I forgot I was not on mute. Go ahead.
Okay. So toward that end, what we've set up 65 to do is actually copy over a mailing label report to at least get us started with this credential area. I'm sure as people are using it, we'll have other reports that we'll be making and stuff that we can import into this. But for now, we're gonna start with the mailing label report. So I'm going to leave all this the same. I've got a couple of queries that I've been testing with, so I'm going to just use this one that has the Kansas license, and only Chuck is the only one in my demo database that currently has Kansas license credential, so he's the only one that's showing up on the mailing label here. So if I do go and add somebody, let's pick on Bill Clinton, give him a Kansas license. All right, so save that. Okay. Now if I go run my query, or run the report. Okay, either I've got how does it set up on Chuck's? Credential license, Kansas RE license. So need to make sure I have it the exact same on Bill Clinton, otherwise that's not going to work, as we just saw.
Oh.
So, okay, close. Now it should work. Credential. Okay, Kansas RE license. Should have just read the query. There we go. Bill Clinton now shows up on my mailing labels, so I can do this. You can, I do have a query set up for an ID number, so maybe I want to report out all of Chuck's credentials because he's got quite a few on his screen, although I don't have a report set up to do that, but I can at least query by it, and then hopefully eventually we'll get around to making that report, or somebody will get something done. But anyway, this is quite a powerful area. Still brand new, so sorry we don't have the reports yet in it, but I'm sure you report gurus out there can make something out of this area. So,
Matthew, before you leave that, let me do a quick
sure.
poll question about how many of you out there that are currently using credentials at all. Raise your hand if you are. And I think Dan should be. We ought to see a hand. Raise your hand. Nancy, all right. Good, good. Gosh darn. And yeah, we got Joy and Karen, good. All right, so we've got a few. Again, I think part of it will, with this, Matthew, we should have a few more people being able to take advantage of that. So carry on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the next big thing is with into an existing feature, which is the speed registration entry. And this area allows you first to pick a course, and then you can quick enroll people into the course. I'm going to pick one I don't have anybody in, app dev B. Okay. And so the new thing on here, right here in the bottom right-hand corner, is the select from firm. And actually, before I hit that, I want to point out one thing. Create group. If you're going to want all these people grouped together, maybe to pay off at one time, you're going to want to check mark that. So make sure you set that before you go on. Also, any of these other options that you need to set, do that before you hit the select from firm. But once you hit that, it asks you what firm are we needing to deal with. I've got quite a few employees in ACEware systems, so I'm going to pick that. And it comes up with a checkmark list. And this allows you to then select the people from this firm that you want to mass register into this one course. So, quite a bit of power here. So if you've got Ronald Davis, Cheryl Scott, Jason Allen, maybe Lori Thompson as well, all these people in one fell swoop. I don't have to go individually register them in this one course. I can just do 4 little checkbox, hit done, 4 students added during this session. Now there isn't a nice little button from here to see who's all enrolled in this course, but it isn't too hard to go over, look up the course, app dev B. I can either at this point look at the student list. Here are my 4 people that I selected: Jason Allen, Ronald Davis, Cheryl Scott, Lori Thompson. And if I go look at the registration, they are in fact all grouped together, and now I can pay them off or do a billing record at this point, so that next time you run invoices, you can invoice for this. So I think this should be a time saver for quite a few of you, especially if you're needing to enroll 20 or 30 people from one organization into a course at a time. This should help you speed it up.
Very good. Well, we're getting some applause coming from the group here. One thing I want to be curious about, jump back to a speed edit for a firm or a name anyway. I was going to show folks, I think we can do a trick here. Pull up your firm, or pull up a course. Do your F2 key right now, Matthew. And do Alt F1 or type in the course number. So you should be able to actually use the F2 key, pull up the course. Oh, you got to change the date range on that. So view all know date range now that we've got the course number in there. And double click on the course number and hit the student list. Okay, there's a 4, so you can escape out. and now you could actually add, oh, I need to add Cheryl and Sam or Joe or whatever. Now, having said that, guys, we do have a wish list item on here to be able to show a quick view of students from this speed add screen. And so with this new feature, Matthew, I think that's something we'll argue to get on your development list. So I don't see any other questions from the group so far, other than, again, claps and cheers. Anything else, Matthew?
No, I was just going to say, well, June was pretty busy for me, but getting these two big things done didn't really leave much time to really add in other options like a view, or really I didn't even show this to any of the other employees before rolling this out. So
brand new. So very good. Well, okay. Anything else in 65, Matthew? That is, I think that those are the two biggies there.
Yeah, a couple minor things, wider password boxes and password maintenance, but that's not nothing too wow to scream about. So
very good. Well, I'm going to take us back. I'm going to take control back of the presentation here. Make the presenter. I'm going to show my screen. I got that wrong. Okay, you back to me. Am I flipped to my screen here now, Matthew?
We see you. Yep.
Very good. Okay, so just again, if you are not signed up for the forum, this is how you can keep track of what the new features have, and any bugs that might have shown up. And then the other thing before we close is that we have another webinar this month. And again, it's a repeat. It's by popular request. We're bringing back the Chuck's Top 50. And Sharon is making me do 50 tips in 50 minutes. And I love to do 75 tips in 50 minutes, but people get headaches and get dizzy from the speed. So anyway, watch for that. We will we'll see you in a couple of weeks, and at this point, we will look forward to hearing about cool weather out in the country, because we'd sure like to get some back to Kansas. Joy, I'm going to shoot you a note to finish your question, and you all have a good week, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye, everybody.